Hello, my name is Grace and this is my garden tour as of July 11th, 2022. So I'm going to show you what my garden looks like and then use this video to track my progress of how I do throughout the summer and throughout the year overall and see how my garden changes and grows. Let's get started. So first off is the backyard, which is where we have most of our established trees and shrubs, and then also we just put vegetables back here for the first time. So over here we have 5 tomatoes are over there, and then our 2 composting boxes, and then a bunch of cucumber and bean starts. We also have mint plant, some lavender that we just saved from someone, and then over here is just an unused patch, but we have a bunch of tomatoes, including cherry tomatoes and mortgage lifters this year. There's some dock and some remnants of feverfew, which I just chopped down yesterday. And then over here along this strip we have corn and squash, and hopefully beans will pop up soon. We've tried multiple times to grow them, but we just think it hasn't been warm enough yet. But all along here there's corn, and they're getting pretty big, but they're supposed to be bigger by July, so I hope we can actually get some corn this year. We have an oak tree and then some other trees, including a quince and an Asian pear, which I'm currently working on gilding. The quince has a red flowering currant right there, and then the Asian pear has some other stuff that I'll show you, but here's some more shots of corn. There is our cat Coconut chilling underneath the tree. More corn. And then underneath the Asian pear we have 2 comfrey plants, which I did a video on them before, and that here we have some pea plants growing on a trellis that we made out of an old bed, and then there is our mason bee house, which unfortunately due to a frost all of our mason bees died or left, so I'll have to try again next year. Over here is our old coop. We don't currently have chickens, but we did up until this last winter. I don't know exactly what all these little sprouts are, but there's some sort of like cherry tree, I think. And then here is our unused side yard, and I hope that I can plant it up with something that is very shade tolerant, because this is north facing and very shady. We've got a hydrangea, some Oregon grape, a berry, and I can never remember if it's a salmon berry or a thimbleberry, but I think it's a salmon berry. And then some flowers that I always forget, but I'll remember later. And then of course our vegetable garden. So that's the backyard. This is the south facing side yard. We have jasmine and this bright orange azalea. And then we also have tulip bulbs under there, but they are not currently blooming because it's already July. Sword fern and hydrangea. We've got a ponderosa pine, a yuzu tree, some raspberries, a lemon tree, a mock orange, another tree of some kind that I haven't identified yet, more raspberries, and then over here in this corner is a grape that I recently planted. Over in the front is where we keep a lot of our starts. So we have another ponderosa pine, some pepper plants, including a shishito, and another one that I've forgotten. Another grape, some sunshine daisies, and a beach daisy that might not make it. Baby white oak, some kale, some marigold starts, and some squash and zucchini starts, I believe. And then over here we've got our daikon seed tray. So I've started collecting the seeds. And then some larger marigolds, an aloe plant, and then our camas lily, a pot full of succulents, a lavender cutting, which we propagated over the winter, another kale, and then we've got this little area which has hostas and rhododendrons, and a beautiful Japanese maple tree. It also has some azaleas, and then underneath the tree we've planted some native grass and a huckleberry. And then we've got one of our non-native strawberries, some thyme, a pea plant, and then this is our main vegetable garden. So right now you can see all the dead daikon from over the winter, some green onions. We just planted some cilantro down here. There's lots of peas. We've got tomatoes and tomatillos and some rosemary, a mustard plant that has gone to seed, some corn and a squash over there, some more green onions, some clover, some dandelions, some garlic chives, oregano, more peas, and then some more herbs and our sage plant. We've got our beautiful artichoke plant right there, and along with some more tomatoes and peas. And then we've got our trellis we made with some more peas, some unused space back here that I'm hoping to transform later. As you can see, it's pretty overgrown. And then we've got 2 more non-native strawberries and our native strawberry, which is spreading out, and hopefully it'll be a nice ground cover and cover up all of this. So that's the main garden, which I started 2 years ago with my family. And now we also have this wilderness area that stretches all along the east and north side, which has a bunch of Doug firs, salal. There's our huge sweet gum tree. If you're interested in smaller, more frequent updates on how my garden is progressing, you can go follow my Instagram at Northwest Apprentice, which I'll link in the description. Thank you so much for watching.